If you're looking for coins for packs or players like you see on the screen, visit my friends at thegamekeys.co.uk. Use Nick at checkout for 5% off all of your PlayStation, Microsoft, or PC coin orders. What's up, you beauties? Welcome back to part 2 of my club tour. Thank you so much for the support on the first video. A lot of comments, a lot of feedback. You guys still liked the hell out of the video, even though it was insanely long. Mixed reviews in that a lot of people really loved it and loved the detail, and actually were really happy to be able to see every player kind of talked about in detail. And then there were a few of you guys that said, Nick, man, fuck, that was just way too long. You gotta split that up into 2 videos at least. So what we'll try and do for today is, instead of me going through 5 pages of my club, I'll try and go through 3, and we'll see how long the video is once we get to the end. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, Danny's one of the few players in my club I haven't used a lot. I'm gonna put a disclaimer here though, that guys, if you see me looking at a player and think, oh, what is he talking about? This player's only played him for 2 games. Really, other than Danny and maybe 1 or 2 players, I've used every single player in this entire club for minimum 10 to 20 games. Now, the problem is that I buy, sell, rebuy players over and over again, so a lot of them will look like they don't have games played, but I've used them quite a bit. Danny, though, I haven't. I used him in a Portuguese team where I tried to do a cup run with a full beast mode Portuguese team. I had to use him on 6 chemistry at right wing, and in those 2 games, he was actually pretty damn incredible, guys. It felt like he had much better shooting, but maybe that's because he's right-footed, and shooting across your body this year in Ultimate Team is so overpowered that maybe his shot just seemed better than it is. Baines, I've mentioned a few times in past videos, but I'd never used this card up until recently. Now, I built an Everton squad builder and put him at left back, and holy fuck, guys. It used to be Team of the Season Alaba was my favorite and, according to me, best left back in the game, followed by Inform Marcelo. After using Team of the Season Baines, I think he's either second or maybe even first place. Team of the Season Stevie G is a tough one for me. I love Gerrard in real life. I love using this card in game, but it's just so hard to find a position that works for him, because honestly, an 88 rated card with 92 shooting and 92 passing and 85 dribbling is wasted at CDM. I don't know if that's his best position. I feel like in center mid, he'd be incredible. Now, my Team of the Season Mandzukic is pack pulled, as some of you guys remember, and he started out quite slow for me. I think I just wasn't used to how to really work him into the team. I don't cross too much, so obviously his 92 heading went to waste. But when I took him out of a false 9 formation, which is definitely not the formation for him, and put him into a 2-striker setup next to Aubameyang or someone that was just pacey, he's turned into a beast, and I think he scored about 8 goals in 5 games now. Team of the Season DDR, arguably one of the best CDMs in the entire game. Features in every single one of my Italian teams I build, and my Serie A teams, I always go with a 2 CDM formation, and he's in there every time next to Paul Pogba or Arturo Vidal. Rakitic, boys, I know you're gonna look at his stats and be like, okay, Nick, you're gonna say he's awesome. He is. This particular card I only used for 3 games, but that 1 goal, again, I wish you guys could have seen it. It was just a beauty. And for 180,000, dudes, fucking buy him. He's honestly better price-wise and stat-wise and performance-wise than 99% of the players in the BBVA. I'm not gonna go into too much detail about Garay. I didn't really enjoy him, whether that's down to his low pace, his low dribbling. I like a ball playing center back, someone that's okay on the ball, someone that's pacey enough to get back when they've been lobbed, etc. Garay I've used in a Portuguese league team and in a Argentinian team, and I didn't really find him that fantastic. Pepe, on the other hand, is a beast. Portuguese team, Real Madrid team, BBVA team, hybrid. He's awesome. One of the few players in the BBVA that has medium-high work rates. And again, for 300,000 coins, you really can't go wrong with this type of a card. Now, Thibaut Courtois is a tough one for a lot of people. I've been finding out. It's very hit and miss with him. Some people love him, some people hate him. I'm actually on the fence. Thibaut Courtois is a very peak and valley type of player for me. One game, he's a fucking god. Next game, he plays like goddamn Joe Hart when he's having a meltdown for England or for Man City. Just a bit of banter. Page 2 of part 2 goes to the 4th inform or 2nd inform or whatever the hell you want to call it, Wesley Sneijder. One of my favorite midfielders in the game. I bought him for 60,000 coins, guys. So if you're building a Dutch team, go get him as your maestro. I'll confidently tell you guys right now that if you use him at center attacking mid or center forward, you will score goals and assists as many times as he plays games. But definitely his top position is a central role, linking up play, getting shots from distance, using that amazing 5-star weak foot. Myself, inform, I have never used, to be honest. I actually just purchased him for what you saw early on in the video. I'm building a Spanish team, so I'm not going to commentate on him. One of my most famous cards in my entire club, my pack pulled Yaya Toure. That's one of my first videos that basically went not viral, but just went nuts in terms of views and people sharing it, etc. And this is a perfect example that shows you how much I love pack pulled players. I've kept him all year long, 240 games played, and I use him as an out-and-out CDM. David De Gea is another one that people seem to hate or love, but mostly hate. Apparently this card is broken. I think this is about the third time I've owned him this year, and now he's going to just stay in the club. And he hasn't disappointed me, honestly. He is very much like Thibaut Courtois, where one game he's great, the next game he has a few glaring mistakes. But if you're putting together a Spanish team, I would say you'd do pretty good with just a Diego Lopez. And for a Barclays Premier League team, save yourself some money and just get Tim Howard. Danny Sturridge, another pack pulled beauty. We've only used him for about 40 games. I can't figure out what the best position for him is, to be fully honest with you. You'd think that striker would be his position with 93 pace, 90 dribbling, 89 shooting, but I don't score with him at striker. I score with him when I have him at attacking mid, not centrally though. Treat him like a right winger or a left winger and use him in a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-2-2-2 at right center mid or left center mid, and he turns into a fucking beast. So I like him, I just don't like really using him as a striker, more as a winger. David Alaba, and there is arguably, but in my opinion, the best left back in the entire damn game. This card, I think I've only used him for 4 games, but even in 4 games, he's gotten 2 assists. I'm shocked that he's only going for 380k even at this point in the game. Incredible all-around stats, great pace, great defending, great dribbling. I love even a ball-playing wingback, where someone that can defend well but has fantastic dribbling. I'm never worried about my wingbacks having good heading. They're always going to be short, they're always going to get beat for crosses, so really you want your center backs to take care of headers. What you want from a wingback, in my opinion, is pace, great dribbling, great defending. Amazing passing such as his is also a bonus. Now, Samir Nasri as well as pack pulled, I think this is his 2nd or 3rd in form. Right mid is a disappointment for me. I've tried him there and he's not very good. You use him as a central player like his regular card is, and he's a fucking god. So as you can see from 12 games, you may be looking at that thinking, well, Nick, he's gotten 3 goals and 8 assists. What are you complaining about? That's because I use him on 7 chemistry at center mid. Blaise Matuidi's team of the season card, the bumbling idiot. Not much else to say other than you guys know that this is one of my most hated cards in Ultimate Team and one of my most used cards. Now, this one specifically I haven't used a lot, but Matuidi in general I've used so fucking much, and he just, I can't get used to him. He's the fucking nightmare all over the field. He gets up and down the field. Maybe that's the only good thing he does, but when it comes to defending, he fucks shit up. When it comes to scoring, he fucks shit up. When it comes to passing, he fucks shit up. Honestly, I need him in my teams, but I wish I didn't. Jeremy Toulalon's team of the season card, another pack pull and a card that I do enjoy. Now, if you use him as a central CDM, he's great. Quadrado's team of the season card I've had for a while, but I haven't used him a lot, as you can see. Now, he's relatively cheap at just under 300,000. You would assume he's a great card, but I actually don't really like him as a right mid, because really, again, all you're going to do with him there is send in crosses to maybe Ibarbo or some bullshit. Page 3 of part 2 goes to Di Natale first. Now, this page is exciting for me because now we're getting into the lower rated, but still team of the season cards that I like a lot and informs. Again, I use him as a right center attacking mid or left center attacking mid in a 4-2-3-1, and he's a beauty. I've used him at striker and he's a beauty. I've used him at center forward and he's a fucking beauty. He's such a good player, an absolute legend. You gotta think at 36 years old, you're never gonna see another 36-year-old with 88, 89, 87 pace through his cards. I don't think Paul Pogba's team of the season card needs an introduction. He's pack pulled. I've used him for over 100 games. He might not get a lot of goals and assists, but again, it's because I probably use him in a position that I don't get the best out of him at CDM. Again, center mid, even center attacking mid, I think is definitely going to be Paul Pogba's spot. Use that 88 shooting, use that 90 passing, use that 92 dribbling. The man of the match Benzema is actually not the highest rated card. There's a left wing version of him at 88, but I wanted him for my Madrid team in a central role, and I was not disappointed with this card. It's funny because the regular Benzema to me seems like just a bumbling idiot. I can't get him to score when other people seem to score with him all the time. This card was a complete reversal for me. He is so fucking good. I can't remember how many games I've used him for. 10 games, not a lot, but 9 goals and fucking 5 assists. He's great and better than the medium work rates would indicate, because that is usually a bad sign for me at striker, but it doesn't seem like he has medium. I feel like he has medium-low work rates. He pushes up the field lazily, but always in the right position, and he never comes back, so I don't know about those medium work rates. Toni Kroos, in my opinion, the best signing of the summer in terms of the price and his potential for Real Madrid. But this team of the tournament card, as well as pack pack pulled, believe it or not, and I love using him. Honestly, it actually took me a while to even realize that he had a 5-star weak foot. I would always be impressed that he would pass so well with his wrong foot, his left foot, and then one day I clicked on his card, I'm like, oh wait, he's got fucking 5-star weak foot, no wonder. You guys know I've got kind of a love affair with players that have 5-star weak foots. It just makes them so damn versatile, and this card with his stats, 6 foot tall and a 5-star weak foot, honestly, one of the best center mids and center attacking mids in the game. Clint Dempsey's team of the season card, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but he's a letdown to me. I actually like his man of the match card more. Now, is it because the man of the match is pack pulled for me? I have no damn idea, but I could not get this card to work versus my man of the match card with scores, goals, and assists like a beast. Every single version of Jackson Martinez for me has been incredible. I have his pack pulled man of the match green card. This card is an improvement on that card, so contrary to Dempsey, and I really enjoy this guy. A lot of people see me use this guy and think, oh, you're just a cross abuser. I'm not. Honestly, I'm not. If you go back to my Pack Gods episode that I was just using the green card of him, you'll see some insane goals I score with him. You gotta get him. 87 pace, 83 shooting. I think he's about 6'2" with 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. Now, Matic is a card that I was never going to use until I built a Chelsea team, and holy shit, am I happy I bought him. Honestly, now he's in my top 10, maybe even top 5 of best CDMs in the game. In fact, I enjoyed him so much that other than my Chelsea squad builder, I've now started to put him in my BPL teams. Left foot, which is great, 6'4" with those type of defensive stats. I wish he had a little bit more pace. That's my only complaint, and maybe a 4-star weak foot, but otherwise he's a beauty. Gabby I recently got for my Spanish team that I'm building right now. I've never used him before. I kind of don't like this guy at all in real life, just through his antics and shit that goes on in the Madrid derbies. But anyways, I'm gonna give him a chance. I'll reserve judgment until later. This card, and Cerci in general, is one of the best Italians in the entire game. His right wing regular card is a beast, but this card, guys, again, using him as a winger, in my opinion, is his best position. Left center attacking mid, right center attacking mid in a 4-2-2, 4-2-3-1. He's just outrageous, and mix that with 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, and he's a deadly player to use. And finally, boys, Aaron Ramsey is actually quite a famous pack pull for me. If you guys remember, I pulled this card on my very last pack from a pack opening. Now, you guys know that I use my last pack to sign off of my pack openings, and as I was signing off saying, oh, you know, this pack opening wasn't that great, boom, he popped up just out of a regular 7,500 coin pack. It was a pretty awesome video thanks to him, and you know what, he's great. I enjoyed him the most, believe it or not, or believe it, because his stats would indicate he'd be good at center forward. That's where I loved using him. Now, I use him in my BPL team and in an Arsenal team at center mid. He's still fantastic, gets up and down the field incredibly. If you're building an Arsenal team, honestly, he's got to be your first choice, or at least one of your first choices for the midfield. And that's it, boys. 3 pages in, and this fucking video is still long. Apparently, I talk way too damn much. So again, let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed it, if there's something else you want me to do. Do you want me maybe to skip through players that I just don't use and just say, hey, I don't use this guy, moving on? Anyways, smash the like button, guys. It really helps out. And you're not going to have to wait very long, guys, for part 3 of this club tour. There's a few players on this next page that I really want to talk about. Catch you beauties on the flip side. Peace!